Hello and welcome to MissionChief.com. I'm Horny Devil, and today we're going to be building. To be honest, I don't know what we're going to be building, but we have 2.18 million credits to spend. With that, I do need to do one thing. There is one thing that I for sure need to do. Actually, there's like two things really. First off, I need to spend 200,000 credits, and the other thing is with spending 200,000 credits, I need to build a hospital. I have no hospitals in my new Santa Cruz area. I have a few fire stations and this new ambulance station. I don't even know what it's called. But our nearest hospital is over here, and it's very, very far. So we do have a hospital here in Santa Cruz. It is somewhere around here. It should pop up. Oh, here we go. We have the Dominican Hospital, and we have Sutter Maternity and Surgical Center. That's not a hospital. But we do have the Dominican Hospital. So we're going to be building the Dominican Hospital, and hospitals are 200,000 credits. So with building that, we will be, in return, finishing our task. So it's a 2-in-1, really. So Dominican Hospital, Santa Cruz. I spelled that completely wrong, but that's all right. So Dominican Hospital, we'll just come in here and copy this. Yes, I could have just, typed it in, but I am lazy, so I also like to double check to actually make sure that's what they're called and yada yada yada. So it's going to be called Dominican Hospital. Really weird name for a hospital, but whatever. Is what it is. And then we'll just build this. So that's the hospital. I'm actually very happy about that. Let's just go to their website real quick and let's see what kind of services they have. Open website. Dominican Hospital, let's see. Service to be acute rehabilitation, birth center to cancer center, ER, so that means they have a trauma center, per se, cardiac care, so maybe they have some cardiac intensive care units and stuff like that. So let's go into expansion here. We're going to do some basic stuff. In order to unlock traumatology, we need to get general surgery. And we'll get general internal as well, just because a lot of the calls require that. So with general surgery, we're going to do, that'll be done in 6 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and then we're going to queue up traumatology. If we could queue up a third one, I definitely would. I would definitely queue up a general internal, and then we'd probably get gynecology as well, and then cardiology. Yeah, we'll have to come back on some of those as well. So we are now at 1.9 million credits. We're going to claim this for 20,000 credits, and there we go. We pretty much finished all the tasks for the day. There was only one task for today, and I already finished it. Tasks start at 11 p.m., I should say, every single day. That's 11 p.m. Central Time, I should say. With that, we're going to close this, and we're actually going to head over to maybe our Coast Guard bases and try to get some stuff done. If we can build a air station, if we're allowed to, coastal air station, are we allowed to? If we can do it. Should we build it, though, is the real question. Do we want to build a fire station or Coast Guard? We did do Coast Guard last time. We built 4 Coast Guard bases. These are ground stations. Well, actually not ground. They're water stations, per se. But we do have some air stations that we need to build. We have a lot of stuff we need to do on Coast Guard. Coast Guard is very expensive, but I'm trying to get into the whole category of Coast Guard. With that comes, like, a bunch of different calls. We can actually take a look. So let's go over to, we're going to open up a new tab here. We're going to do Mission Chief, and then we're going to do just possible missions. If you type in the Mission Chief possible missions, this is a very, very helpful website. It's under Mission Chief, but it's a separate thing. So we have our multiple dispatch centers, as you guys can see. We have our San Francisco County Dispatch Center. So we have Department of Emergency Management, then we have South San Francisco, and then we have San Mateo County, and now we have Santa Cruz. All those actually go into these ones. So because I have different amounts of fire departments and police stations actually associated with each one of these M1 centers, they do produce different calls depending on the area. For instance, you won't have ocean calls when you're in, like, the center of America. Like, you're in Kansas, you're not going to get water calls. I mean, you might have lakes in Kansas, yes, but you're not going to get ocean calls. So you can actually separate those as well. And so with SFO is our biggest station, our biggest call center. With call centers come biggest the amount of fire stations and police stations. So we can see every single thing. So if we have 2 fire stations here, it'll produce the call burning truck. If we only had one fire station, of course, we would not be able to even do the burning truck. But if we head all the way down here to the coastal rescue stations and stuff like that, we'll kind of show you what we need. Everything in green is everything that I can actually get calls for. If I have any of these in green, I can get calls for it. If they're not highlighted, like the fires and subway station, they will never generate, which is a very helpful thing to know. I mean, we're gonna keep heading down here to coastal rescue station, and we should be here any second now. Coastal rescue station. They're kind of grouped up by DLCs, I guess, or expansions or updates, however you want to call them. You can see like the smoke jumper teams right here, and they're pretty much all next to each other. Smoke jumper teams, yada yada yada. Wildland commandos. I don't even know what a wildland commando. I know what a smoke jumper is. I don't know what a wildland commando is. Like, I know that there's wildland like teams that like go out there and like start up lines and stuff like that, but I don't exactly know what those are. Okay, keep going along here. I don't know why I haven't seen it yet. I think it's actually pretty far down here. Okay, let's keep looking. Looks like we just hit federal as well. This is the ATF water expansion. This looks like we're into like police water and stuff like that. All right, here we go. We hit coastal rescue station. So currently we have technically 6 coastal rescue ground stations. So with that comes ground surfer. You need 1 ambulance station and 1 lifeguard. Actually, this is actually separate. We actually don't have any that will actually create large calls yet. So the second we incorporate 2 police stations, 2 coastal helicopter hangars, 1 coastal plane hangar, and 6 rescue stations. Currently we have the 6 rescue stations, but since we don't have a plane hangar or 2 helicopter hangars, we cannot do it. We do have the 2 police stations actually in the SFO command center, if that helps you. So yeah, the second we build the plane hangar, and then we actually get our second. We do have 1 coastal helicopter, but we do not have a second. But the second we do that, it will activate this call and creating larger calls. And if we keep heading down the list here, we do have larger calls. They yield 10,000 credits if you complete them, and they also create patients, and patients can give you more money as well. So if we have 14 police stations, 2 coastal helicopter hangars, 14 coastal rescue stations, we can do multiple whaling vessels performing illegal operations. That's also something you can do. Yeah. Anyways, continuing on. Let me just see something real quick here. Oh, darn. I was actually just going to refund that building, but it was... Anyway, second story. Yeah, we do have some larger calls like oil tanker on fire in ocean. This requires 12 fire stations, 4 fire boat docks, 10 ambulance stations, 6 coastal rescue helicopters, 1 plane hangar, and 12 coastal rescue stations. So eventually, like I said, I'm trying to get into these calls and stuff like that. Anyways, we're just going to close this tab for now. But today we're actually going to... I'm kind of jumping all over the place, and I kind of apologize for that. We're going to go over to this lifeguard station in Santa Cruz, and we're going to just finish it off by building some more lifeguard vehicles and stuff like that. We should have probably hired more personnel here because there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, there's 5 ground vehicles and there's 1 jet ski here. So we're going to expand this a few times here. Let's expand it 3 times technically. So let's come over here, Control C. Let's go to vehicle market. We have a lifeguard truck. So we have lifeguard 3163 here. 3163. Vehicle market, lifeguard truck, lifeguard 3164. I'm going to add 1 more truck here. 65. Alright, and then we're going to expand this actually one more time here. We're going to go to vehicle market, and then we're going to go to small coastal boat trailer. 50,000 credits for that. I'm going to type in here LV3169, and then we're going to try to find a picture of a jet ski, which it should be in here potentially. I think it's in here anyways. I know there is a jet ski graphics pack. I just don't remember where it is. And it could be under small coastal boat, actually. Yep, here we go. So it's going to be the jet ski. And then I did page 18 of graphics pack for the lifeguard vehicle. Let's go over to graphics pack. Under lifeguard truck, we're going to go to page 18 apparently. 17 and 18. And here we go. And we're just going to do this for the last 2 times as we get our vehicles. Page 18. And then our last one here. All right, so all the lifeguard trucks and the jet skis are built. The only thing is we need to get more personnel here. So the personnel that we're going to need for a maximum is, we need 20. So we have 5 vehicles that all require 4. So we're going to need 20 employees here. We're just going to make a note here. We're going to delete this because we don't need this. 20 workers. And we're just going to make this yellow just so our eye catches it. And every 3 days we're going to come in here. We're going to hire more people every 3 days until we get to that threshold of 20 employees. So yeah, that is the lifeguard station here at Santa Cruz. They do cover the beach, the wharf, and all sorts of other things. So that is that. Easy peasy cleaning stuff up here. How much money do we have left over? 1.59. How many fire stations can we build with that? Possibly 2. I think we can build 2 fire stations. Ooh. Yeah, we can build 2. We can build 2, as long as we don't add a lot of shit with them. Let's see. I did work on this chart a little bit, the spreadsheet here, and I've been researching a lot of these fire stations, and these fire stations are like out in the boonies, like in the mountains, and there's not a lot of information on them, but there's some. Let's build for sure the it's either Pajaro or Pajaro Valley Fire District. So it's a CAL FIRE and city mixed together. So we're gonna build that one, and then we might do one other station. And I think that station might be. We might do maybe like a Central Fire District station or something like that. To be honest, I really want to build a Coast Guard station. But should we, is the real question. We could build 3 water Coast Guard stations, or we could build 1 air and 1 water. Or we could build 2 fire stations. Man. Alright, I've already come to the conclusion. Since we built a hospital here, I will leave Santa Cruz for now. Fire stations take a lot of time and money to operate and open. Well, not really operate. There's actually no operating costs in this game. But we'll come back to Santa Cruz. But there's one thing before we leave. We need to go to SCO. Scott County, or Scott Valley. I think it's Scott Valley, right? Scotts Valley Fire Department. So we need to go to Scotts Valley. There is a hazmat vehicle here that we need to buy. Yes. So we should be able to get a picture of the hazmat truck here. As you can see, it's just a big ass white and yellow truck. We're going to try to do that. We do have the personnel. We have the, so we need to go to Station 2. So SCO Station 2. Vehicle market. We're going to go to hazmat. Where's hazmat? There we go. Hazmat. We're going to go to hazmat, and this is going to be SCO, and then what number? HM 2560. Mark this one as green, as built, and we're coming here, assign personnel. Like I said, we do have the assigned personnel trained. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to try to find a graphics pack. And this might take a little while to find something that's yellow and white. Well, more or less white. Oh, this right here. This is very close. Page 2. All right, I'll remember that. We're going to try to find something that's maybe a little bit closer. I mean, this is... Where is it? This is close. Look at that. That's pretty close. But if we find something that's a little bit closer, we'll try to do that. We'll just search through a few different pages here, and if we find something that we like, we'll pick it. But if not, we'll go back to page 2 and just pick that one. We'll give it probably about 5 more pages here. If we don't find anything, we'll just go back to page 2 there. This is pretty close too. This is very close. But the other one is a little bit closer, in my opinion. I will do. Like I said, this is the one. This is like a Pittsburgh one. It's very close. All right, we'll go back to page 2. Yeah, we'll pick this one. And it looks pretty close. Like, look at these. Look at those side by side. I mean, it's got the yellow stripe, white. Looks nice. All right. So SCO Fire Station 2. That one is complete. As far as the engines go, we will build some engines here eventually. But yeah, let's go over to the Coast Guard. This is gonna be some fun stuff. I've been doing some heavy research in the Coast Guard, and there's some amazing stuff. And I want to show you guys a piece of information that's actually very useful. So let's actually just take a look at these pictures real quick here. So when it comes to the naming of the boats, we have MLB, which is Motor Lifeboat, 47247. You can see all these numbers. Each one of these starts with the number 47. The RBS starts with the 29, and the RBM starts with 47. Now, I just found out, this is just a fun fact, little trivia question, that the reason the number starts with 47 and then other ones start with 29 is because of the length of the boat. The MLB boats are 47 feet long, so they start out with the number 47. The response boats, small, they are 29 feet, so they start with a 29. That's actually crazy. So if you look at all these boats, you can see that it starts off with 47. This is a 47-foot boat, so that's actually quite interesting to know. RBM here, you can see it says 45624. This is a 45-foot boat. So I just found that little piece of information quite interesting on my whole research of Coast Guard and stuff like that. But today we're going to be building a air station. We're going to do air station. Where is it? Air Station Sacramento. And there is a lot of planes here. This is a pure plane base, so you're going to see Coast Guard planes. You're not going to see any helicopters or anything like that. It is inland. I don't know why there's a Coast Guard base here in Sacramento. But yeah, let's head over to Sacramento. So we have San Jose here, we have San Francisco, Oakland, yada yada yada, and then Sacramento is right over here. Like I said, it's inland. Why is there a Coast Guard base here? I honestly don't know. I don't know the whole use of a plane yet. I understand why there's helicopters, but I'm gonna assume the planes are just used for like scanning water to find boats and stuff like that. But why is it so far out of town? Why is the air station not here on the coast? Anyways, I don't know. So if we head over to Sacramento, this is the international airport. There's one more base. There's an airfield. Where is it? Where's the air station? Let's go over to satellite view here. Here we go. So this is the airport right here. At this airport, it's used for it's just a municipal airport for I would say civil aviation and 2 other things. Those 2 other things are the Cal Fire. So they have firefighting planes here. So if you look at right here, we have our firefighting planes here, and we have firefighting helicopters here, here, and we got more planes here. You can also see a bunch of smaller planes. I think these are civilian aircraft. Yeah, these are all civilian. This one might not be, but all these rest of them are civilian aircraft. If we take a look over here, this is where the other fleet of the air attack, wildland air attack are. So we have some Hueys here. You can actually see CAL fire. You can see CAL fire here, right on the tail of this helicopter. This is a black. Is this a Huey? No, this is a Black Hawk. I'm sorry. I thought it looked like a Huey. It was. These are all Black Hawks. And then we have some planes here. These are retardant dropping planes right here. These planes are actually, these are like guide aircraft. They go in front of the larger, like, retardant dropping planes. I mean, like those large 747s that you see dropping retardant are actually, they're actually following these planes. It's actually quite interesting. And then we have, just more bombers here. You can actually see all the orange retardant just scattered around this refueling point here. These are all refueling points here to refuel the aircraft. Well, not refuel, replenish the retardant, not actually the jet fuel. Anyways, so that's that. We got another plane over here as well. So one of those small planes will actually be in front of this large plane dropping retardant. Anyways, we're going to head over here to the Coast Guard. This is where the Coast Guard is. I mean, planes can look pretty similar, but we see 4 different Coast Guard planes here. I have done extensive research on trying to find all these bases here. So Air Station Sacramento has, for sure, 6 planes that I've been able to note. There actually could be more. So we have 2707, 2704, 2705, yada, yada, yada. All these planes do have numbers right here up on this kind of where the pilot's seats here. They do have like all the numbers, the 27s and stuff like that. So we're going to be building this air station right here. I believe this is just like a maintenance hangar, but majority of the planes just sit outside, to my understanding. So yeah, we're going to build this air station. Sorry for the whole explanation, but I think it's kind of fun to find out new information on different areas. Alright, so we're going to head over to Sacramento, and we're obviously in the wrong place here. It's kind of hard to see with all these stations. I cannot. I think this is Sacramento here. Yeah, here we go. Sacramento. So this is the CAL FIRE area right here, and then I believe the, here we go, the Coast Guard base right here. So if you look right here, this is the Coast Guard thing. So we're going to put our little waypoint right over here. So we're going to go to Coastal Air Station, and then we're going to drop our pin right here. This is going to be UCG, and then I believe we're going to call it Air Station Sacramento. Actually, we are going to call it Air Station Sacramento. Control V, Air Station Sacramento. And we're actually going to attach this to the SFO, Department of Emergency Management. And the reason for that is it'll generate us calls. Large calls. This one won't actually generate calls yet because it's out of service. But we're going to have to buy an expansion. So when you build these air stations for the coastal thing, you have the choice between, well, you can do both. You can build a hangar, a helicopter hangar, or you can build a plane hangar. But you have to choose one or the other first. So since this is a pure plane hangar, we're going to expand this. Now, I thought these would take 7 days to do, but they're actually right away. That's actually quite interesting. So we can build plane hangars, and we can put planes and helicopters in the same base. This one, like I said, just has pure plane. So we're going to buy, these are 500,000 credits. How much do, we have 561. Do we want to do it? We might as well. We might as well. Okay. So we're going to buy this. That is so expensive. Holy God. Oh, man. Extremely expensive. Holy. That was a lot of money I just dropped, to be honest. 1.5 million. That's crazy. Okay, so we're gonna rename this to. Actually, we're gonna mark this as green because it's now built. I would say the only thing I really don't like is that this air station thing is kind of covering over this Coast Guard, but that's all right. We can't really fix it at this point because we just dropped $500,000 and we can't refund the building. So it's gonna be 2707. Click on the air station. Now, I don't know what the call sign is for these. We're just going to do UCG for now, and then we're going to just label 2707. Each part of the Coast Guard does have names for the things. Like I said, MLB equals, motor lifeboat. I don't know what the call sign is for these planes. But yeah. Let's see if you can find a graphics pack. Let's just take a look at these graphics packs and stuff like that. Do you want to go with this initial one? I do like this. Is a nice graphics pack. But this one is also pretty nice as well. All right, I think we'll just stick with this one because it has a lot of features that I kind of like as far as they go. Okay, so Air Station Sacramento is built. Crew Max. It looks like I'm gonna mute this real quick. I have to pick up this phone real quick. I'm at work right now. Sorry, guys. All right, sorry about that. Just had a call from one of our medical units. Okay, so the crew maximum on these planes, which I didn't realize, I thought it'd be more, but it's actually one crew member. So since we're gonna have multiple planes here, I think I'll wait on getting education, unless the education is a few days. Let's take a look here. If we go over to our training center for the Coast Guard, that's not the one. Coastal Air Rescue Operations. It'll take 5 days. if you go to Air Station Sacramento, we'll just train up these people, and by the time in 5 days we'll get those people all trained up. So yeah, in 5 days we'll have this air station working in Sacramento. Yeah, it's quite nice. Anyways, we just dropped a lot of money on this game. Not money, not real life money, because I would never. We're just expanding our coastal operations, and that is one way we need to do it. We also have a Coast Guard helicopter station down here. We also need to expand this quite a bit. We can buy multiple hangars. You can buy 1, 2, 3, 4. We can buy 4 more bays, 4 more hangars to build helicopters. So we will eventually have to do that, just to incorporate all of our aircraft. So 2707 is built. Let's drop that here as green. And our air station San Francisco is right here. We have SRR. I don't know what SRR exactly stands for. I just need to do a little more research, but they do have a bunch of different helicopters here. I don't know what happened here. There used to be information here. I don't know why that deleted. Son of a gun. Sometimes things just delete here for no reason. I don't get it. I'll have to find out which one we're missing here with down the road, way down the road. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode of Mission Chief. After this, I'm actually going to do some tutorial videos on some different things. Like, the second I end this video, I'm going to start up a new one. I'll start up a new recording. We're going to be doing videos on the dispatch center, everything you know about the dispatch center, and we might do some vehicles as well. I know I talked about this a few videos ago that I was going to make these, and I'm actually going to make them now. I've been a little lazy lately, so yeah, I'm going to end the video here, and if you guys want to watch these tutorial videos, they'll be up shortly. I'll see you guys next time.